Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel and welcome to Crafty Wednesday. So I'm doing crafty videos on Wednesday, and today the video I'm going to show you, I'm excited because I'm preparing things for, for holidays, for Christmas, for friends and things like that. And so what I'm making today, which I think is going to be a lot of fun, is for the tellers at my bank. They are so good. I love them. And I don't know if you guys know, but I retired from banking. So when I go in there, I just love them. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do car air fresheners for the tellers. And then what I'm thinking is there's round ones. Okay, let me explain first of all. You can buy these. I will put a link I have these over on my Amazon store, but I'll put a link in my description for these specific ones that I ordered. And what they are, this pack comes with, I don't know how many are in there. I don't even know. 101 pieces, so I don't know if they're counting the little bags that come with them. Probably they do that. Anyway, so they're basically just a really thick felt, and they're 100% polyester, so you can sublimate on them, which is what we're doing. But they feel like those, the trees for your car, the air freshener trees, they're like that. Maybe a little softer. But there's a rectangle one, and then there's a round one. And this package also comes with the little stretchy, to cut for them to hang over the rear view mirror. And it also comes with little gift bags that you can put them in. So I think that's kind of cool. So what I'm doing also, when you order these, most of the time, just letting you know, if you want to know the temperature and the length of time to apply the heat, if you look in the description of the products on Amazon or wherever you order it from generally, it will say in there how to apply the ink to them. And for these, it says 385 degrees for 50 seconds. So what I did is on the package, I'll write that. Or as I've got a box that I store everything in, and along the side of the box, I'll put things like I've got the puzzle and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have to look it up every time. But that's handy. So these will need 385 degrees for 50 seconds. Now, I'm going to show you what I've done here also, because I think this is going to be fun for the tellers. So for their... let me get this up here. There we go. So what I've done is I've gone on Canva. You can go to any sort of website where you get images. Let me see. There you go. And if you see, this one is a bunch of coins. Okay. So I'm printing off over here on my printer. I'm printing an 8.5 by 11 sheet of the coins. Sorry, I'm just trying to move you. It's hard to move you back and forth. And then I did also currency. But if you notice, I don't know if you can see, this is backwards, because when you sublimate and the picture, like say the picture is here and it's infused on here, when you lift it up, it's going to be backwards if you don't make it backwards before you put it on here. Now, certain programs like Cricut will allow you to mirror an image, but for me, what I did was I went into the properties of my Epson ET2800, and let me fix my microphone. I hope that didn't mess up your sound. Anyway, and what I did is I set it to automatically mirror. So anything that prints out of that will automatically mirror, which is fine with me because the only thing I'm ever going to use that is sublimation. And if I didn't mirror this, all the words would be backwards, and knowing that it's just going to happen makes it fine. So there's that. So what I plan to do, I'm going to put money on one side and coins on the other, and I'm going to give each teller one of these, and then I'm also going to go up and do little mini bottles, because I have the little 5 milliliter bottles, to make them essential oil drops to put on these in their car. What a cool thing for the tellers at my bank. I love them. And honestly, when I worked in banking, we got so much candy and food and baked goods. It's mind-blowing. So anyway, so I'm making this. So I'm going to let that print, and I'm going to set this up. And basically what I'm going to do with this, I've got 7. So I'm going to bring you down while we're doing this. So what I'm doing here is oftentimes when I watch people do the videos, they will do things, for example, like these car coasters. And they will cut the image out exactly like that, and then they'll tape it on there and stuff. And I noticed, like here, I got the little edge off there because it didn't line up perfectly. So with this, I thought, why should I have to cut all those out? Why don't I just tape these? I'll give them each, I'm going to do 7. So why don't I just tape them down to that, and then it's not even going to matter if they line up perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead, and when I say, I'm going to do some of them round. When I say tape them, is because you need to keep these from sliding around on this paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see if I can get all of these on one page. I doubt it. Anyway, well, darn. I don't want to have to print extra. Okay, let me take a couple minutes and see how I can get these on here. But I don't want to have to print a whole extra page just for these. Wonder if I can just do them all round. Yep, I can do all round ones, I guess. Anyway, so I think these will be pretty cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, I'm only going to get 6 on a page. Well, darn it. Okay, so I am going to have to print another one, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to print half page. I'm going to print I'm going to go in my Canva program, and I'm going to do half coin and half currency, so that way I can put them all on there. So let me get that part printed, and then I'll bring you back and show you how I put all these on. But basically, there's a couple things. I'm going to tape these down so that I can get the image on them, and then I'm going to sublimate the currency on one side. Then I'm going to bring them and tape them down to the coin paper and redo the other side, and then they're going to be done, and they're going to be so super cute. So I think they're going to be a fun thing to give to the tellers. And my other coin thing is about ready to be done printing, and I'll show that to you. But oftentimes this is one type of the tape, and this is heat resistant tape. You don't want to use anything but this stuff, because if you do, it's just going to melt into your project. And then you can get these little wider ones too. So let me get all of this stuff printed. I'm going to print another half currency, half coin sheet so that I can do the rest of them, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, just so that you can see this, let me see if I can bring it down here so you can see what I did on my Canva. And I'm sure that you can do this with anything. So what I did was I created an 8.5 by 11 project in my where it says create something, and then I went over to, actually I just went to Canva and searched money and coins, US money and US coins, and it came up fine. So now I have that there. So now what I want to do is I want to save this whole thing. So I want to, there you go. Now in Canva they actually have a flip. If it's an image you can flip it, but I'm not going to. So I grouped it, so now it's like one image. Now I'm going to go to share, I'm going to go to download, and I want to download it as a PDF because it's just going to be printed. Then I want to go down here for color profile. There's a digital one, but I want to use the CMYK, which is best for professional printing. I'm going to download that. We'll take a little look. It's downloading. And I wish I knew how to make it so that you could see my screen. Anyway, let's see. We're going to download. I think these are going to be super cute for the tellers. And if you don't have essential oils and you don't want to make, like, I'm going to put this half sheet. Let me write that. HALFSHE. Half sheet. We're going to save it. Okay, save as a PDF. Now it's going to pop up here and save C in File Explorer. So I'm going to pop it up. And there it is saved for me. Now I'm going to print it. And then I will go ahead and start putting these on there. So when I print this, I'm going to cut it in half. There it is. Okay, so see, it's going to be half and half. Now I'm going to just print it. I'm going to tell it to go over to my E21800. There we go. So now that's printing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start putting these on the sheets. Sorry. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these. I think I could get, I'm just going to do 5 on here, and then that way 3. I'll do them all rectangle, and then I'll do 2 on the half sheets. So we're going to do it like that. Okay, so now I want to tape these down so they don't move. Now a lot of people, you'll see, they cut it out and they fold them all over and tape them real tight. But that's when I had this problem of the edge not getting, it didn't meet up to the edge, or it would slip or something. So for this, I honestly think this is just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tape it here because then it goes clear past the edges. And taping it seems to be a serious project for some people. For me, I'm not. I'm just going to tape it. And then the other thing, let me get this off here. You cannot do sublimation, and this is a craft that is actually, I think, pretty cool for someone who may not be crafty, who doesn't know how to knit or crochet or any of that, but still wants to make stuff. If you get one of these printers and you immediately do not use any type of ink except sublimation ink and set it up immediately with sublimation ink, and you have sublimation paper, and then all you have to do is buy the blanks, I think you're good to go. It's that simple. But you do need to have, there's some people that will have a whole great big press. Some people, I just have the Cricut heat press because it goes hot enough. A household iron will not work. It will not be hot enough with a household iron. So you have to make sure that you've got something that's really, that can get really hot. Now, I know that for things like mugs and stuff, there's people who will use a hot air or convection ovens, but you cannot use something that you're going to then turn around and use for anything else, because the ink that's on this paper will turn to a gas and it will permeate whatever it is. So you don't want to use whatever you use for this for food later. So now I'm just going to tape these down, and I'm not worried about this being like a bottle or something. Just going to make sure they're not going to move, so I'm going to tape across them away, and then I'll take you over and I'll get the other one also done, and then I'll take you over and show you how I'm going to use my Cricut heat press to press this down. And I think they're going to be super cute. And oh, if you don't have essential oils, like I'm going to make little essential oil blends and put the little personalized bottles in here with them. If you don't have that, you can go, for example, at the Dollar Tree. They have these cute little misty bottles with different scents in it. There's like pine, there's like eucalyptus, and you could just put one of those little bottles with it so a person can keep that in their car and then just mist their little air freshener when they get in their car. Okay, so now I'm going to finish taping these down, and I'm going to get the rest of them all taped down, and then I'm going to come back because I will be over at my heat table ready to press it. Okay, so now I am over here where I'm going to do my heat pressing. So I have a table that I do this on, and here is my Cricut heat press right here. See it? And it's already set. I'll show you how I have it set. It's 385 for 50 seconds. So it's all heated up and ready to go. Now I've got a table down here just to protect things. I've got my Cricut mat, a pressing mat. You could use anything. I was using like a cutting board with a towel over it. And then you need butcher paper. The reason is the butcher paper kind of absorbs and keeps any of the vapors from the ink going anywhere. So here I have all 7 of those done. And I'll just do this one for you because this one I have it wide enough that I'm going to have to do 2 sides, but I'll just do the small one for you. So there you have it. And the heat needs to come from behind the paper. So when you have an image, don't put it like this. You'll want to put it face down with the paper. And I use the A-sub paper so I can read A-sub. Then you're going to put a piece of butcher paper back on top of that because that's going to keep the vapors or the gas in there too, and to keep it from it. I can show you on here where I didn't have something, and you see that? That was when I did a wind spinner. So let me get that lined up again, and you can see those little things are taped on there pretty good. Okay, now I'm just going to set this on here, and I'm going to hit the little go button because that's how this works. Now you can get these off brand names, you can get all kinds of different ones on Amazon. It's a heat press, but you need them to go high enough. And there's some people have a big machine that clamps down when they do t-shirts and things. But this is what I have, so this is what I'm going to use. Also, because this is a vapor, it's a gas, you want to make sure you have good ventilation. I'm in my downstairs area. There's a dehumidifier going, I've got a fan going, and I've got 2 windows open. So that should help. And you don't, it's not like horrible, but you can kind of smell it a little bit. So I've got 10, 9, 8, 7. It's getting exciting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm just using a little bit of pressure on there. Okay, when you do other things, you'll want to make sure that you're not touching these because they can be very hot. This is not so bad. Now you can see on there? See the image? And you can see how you can now see it a little bit. See how before you do it, all you see is A sub. Now see how you can see that? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to sneak the corner up and make sure it can't. Oh, it's so good. Okay, that's done. I'm going to take you over the table and we're going to show you the finished product. So cool. Okay, now these are cooled, so I'm going to peel them off. I'm actually just going to use my little finger slicer, and I'm going to slice that ink or that tape off there. This is going to be cool. So I'll show you this, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next. So much fun. Okay, looky there. So there you have. It's dollars on one side. I probably should have done it the right side up because that's upside down now. But, oh, this one will be fine. That's okay. I don't think anybody really cares. Okay. So here is the other one. Now I'm going to take all of these off. That actually turned out pretty good. The color transferred pretty well. And you can see how it came off the paper. See that? It came off the paper and infused into this item. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to turn them over and put them on the coin. And this is actually kind of cool because when this comes off, you can see the blue line. Just an FYI. If you see that blue line in your currency, they don't put that in fake money. So you need to look it up and look at that and make sure it says the right currency on it. So someone hasn't turned a $1 bill into a $100 bill. I've actually seen that. I've seen a lot of fake bills. But anyway, there's ways to check them. And the pins don't work. The pins are there, the ones that you see them wipe across a dollar bill. Those aren't intended to tell you if they're fake necessarily. They tell you if the material is the right material for dollar bills. And so if you do that on anything that's not that material, it won't turn brown. But it can be a 1 or a 5 or a 100. It doesn't mean that it's authentic. It just means that the paper, which isn't really paper, but anyway, that's a whole different thing. It just means that the paper is not regular paper. It is dollar bill paper. But that doesn't mean they couldn't have taken a 1 or a 5 and converted it into a 100, which we see actually quite a bit when it comes to fake money. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape these face down onto the coin one, and then we'll get ready to press that. Alright, I've got these with the plain side down on the image. So now I'm going to go over, lay them like this, and I'm going to press them again. And when I come back, we'll peel them off of here, and it's going to be so cool. Okay, I've got the coin side done. These are actually, I think, going to be super cute. And who thinks of their tellers? Like, I think tellers do a heck of a job. And I'm going to tell you what, customer service when you're dealing with people and money. Okay. So there's one side and there's the other side. Super cute. Okay. So now I'm just going to cut these off. And you can see how light that image is. Actually, it could probably even be lighter than that. But there we go. Let me get all of these off. And then I'm going to, oh, there you go. I didn't do that one. I'm going to put them in the bags. And then what I'll have to do is to go make the essential oils for them, which will be easy to do. But like I said, I saw these little mist or little spritzy bottles about that tall of like a room freshener, which would probably work just fine if you don't make things with essential oils or whatever. You don't have an idea about how to make, you know, a scent that would go with these. But I think it's a super cool way to be crafty if you're not a crafty. Like basically you don't knit or do any of that or sewing. And I have people all the time that say, I wish I could make something. I just don't have, I'm not creative, I guess is the thing. But I like this. The only thing is, when you start looking for images here, I knew what I wanted to do. I had already had an idea, so it wasn't hard. But when you start looking at images, you can go down a rabbit hole like crazy. All right, so there are the air fresheners for the tellers. And Now, because this set, which I'll link in my description, comes with these little bags, and I have already cut the little elastic pieces that it comes with. It was kind of tied in a loop like that, so I just cut the end. I cut both ends, cut them off. And so now what I do is I will take it and fold it in half and then put the little hole through there. No, Zyla, it's my son's dog. We're babysitting her. He's out working on his drift boat in the driveway. Okay, put this through there. Oops, my nails got in the way. Come here, baby. Good girl. Good Zyla. It's a good girl. Say hi. Say a good girl. Yes, you are. Nope, don't climb on me. Okay. He's out there. All right, so then we're going to do this. I'm going to tie it in a little, up here, a little knot. And this is how I'm going to do them. So that is for a teller. And I think it's cute. I think it's a cute idea. Okay, I'm going to put this in this bag, and then I'm going to create the little vials of essential oil drops. And I will seal the bag, and I will give that to each one of them. So there you have it, an essential or a car freshener made for a teller. I think they're kind of cute, and I think my tellers are going to love them. So I hope you give this kind of thing a try. I think it's clever. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.